Howdy everybody, I'm Buzz Smith from the Texas EV Alliance. I got my good friend with me, Charles Mills. We both drive electric vehicles, and what we're going to show you today is how you plug your car in and charge it at a Tesla charging facility, whether you have a Tesla or not. And there's three ways to do it, so we're about to jump right into it. Charles, you got any comments for us?
No, I've never charged at one of these before, so this is going to be a complete first for me. But as the Tesla is becoming the standard across North America, I definitely wanted to see what it's all about and figure it out. So it's the first time I've used the adapter or anything.
And there's something special about this bank of Tesla chargers. This was the first one in Texas that had an option called the Tesla Magic Dock. Now, it only has one charging cable for each of these chargers, but the dock that comes out can change depending on what your car is, and you'll see exactly how that works right after this. Okay, so this first example is charging a Tesla Model Y at a Tesla charger, and you would expect that to all be very easy and everything to flow very easily. That's all true, but there's not much inconvenience on the other cars, but there is a little bit of difference. We're going to take a look at that now. First off, when I pull up, the car knew I was going to go charge, so it preconditioned the battery when I get here. When I come outside the car, I could just tap the touchscreen inside to open the charge port, or I can come back here and tap on it. And as long as my key or my phone are nearby, it'll go ahead and unlock the charge port. The charger knows that I'm here as well, so this is released. It knows which is plugging into which. When the car is connected, some data transfer occurs, so it knows who I am as a customer, how much I want to charge the car to, what level I want to charge to, all that sort of thing, and it just starts charging automatically. So a little bit of backstory. If you have a non-Tesla vehicle, your charger port will be different, although many manufacturers are moving to the NACS or Tesla standard for the plug. So think of it as the beta VHS days if you're my age, or the DVD Blu-ray Battle War or Battle in your day. But anyway, so it's got the wrong plug here to plug into your car. Well, Tesla fixed that with something that they call the Tesla Magic Dock. And so when you pull this out, you get a Tesla plug. But if you show up like Charles does, and you've got the app for your non-Tesla car, and it knows it's a non-Tesla car, when you pull this out, it's going to have wrapped around this head a different plug that will plug into your car. That's the Magic Dock, and it magically appears on there if you need it and doesn't appear if you don't. Now, there is another way to do this if you're at a Tesla place that doesn't have a Magic Dock, but Charles will cover that for you in just a little bit. I just want to make you aware of what's happening here. Is we're going to pull this thing out, and it's going to have a different head on it than it did when I pulled one out for my car. So let's check that out. Charles?
All right, yeah, so as Buzz said, I am going to do the Magic Dock and the adapter today. We're going to start with the Magic Dock. Now, having said all of that, I have never charged at a Tesla station before. So I've only charged all the third-party ones, most notably probably Electrify America, and that's because they had a 2-year deal with Hyundai owners, 2 years of free charging. I also found out that there's two kinds of Tesla stations. There's the destination ones, and then there's like the Superchargers like this. Whereas Electrify America, they'll have the different spaces lined up. So you'll have your level 2, which charges at a slower rate, versus the DC fast charging and all that. So this should be the fast charging. So I'm recording the app, so I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to go to the top right, and then we're going to go roll down to charge your other EV. Now, I've already put my car information in there and my credit card just to save time, but other than that, I've never used this before. You charge your EV, it's going to find the station near me, which is the one I'm standing at, and I'm going to hit charge now, and I got to find my post, which is 1D, and then I'm going to hit unlock adapter. Okay, now we did find out that this, you have to press the button on this as you pull it out, because none of the instructions say that. So push it in and out, but you have to hold the button while you're pushing it in. So I'm going to do that right now, and then we're going to charge and see how it goes. Cool, got it. All right, so that is very important to know. You've got to push the button in as you're pushing in, and then you can pull out altogether. Okay, so here we go. Oh, you want to show the difference? Buzz is behind the camera, being the producer man. He wants to show the difference, what it looks like. This is the Magic Dock on top.
Aim them straight on.
Straight on like this, like old Western. But okay, so that's the Magic Dock here, and this is what it normally looks like, Magic Dock. So there you go, Buzz. You want to plug that back in? Cool. All right, so now I'm going to charge my car. Oh, it's going to make me do it. It locked back up. So, okay. There we go. I'm going to plug it in. Got to undo the bottom one because I don't do a lot of fast charging on mine. Okay, now I'm plugged in. My car should say charging started. I believe it usually does. Let's check back on the app and see what the app is doing. It says after plugging in, it may take up to 2 minutes to start charging. Oh, I just heard my car say charging started. I believe it started now. Okay, so we're going to go to the inside of the car and see what it's looking like. Okay, now we're sitting inside my car. This is what it looks like. We just plugged it in with the Magic Dock. And as you can see, it's 83%, and it's telling me 25 minutes to 100%, and it's charging at 97 kilowatts. Now over here on the other screen, you can see it's showing the same stuff. You've got my car here with 83% on the battery. It's telling me the range I could go. So it's telling me if I left the AC on, which we're in Texas and it's hot, even though the sun's not really out right now. But at this moment, I would have 242 miles with the AC on. If I turn it off, I have 262. That's, again, because I like it cold. But that's pretty much what we're showing here. And it does appear to me to be charging a lot faster than Buzz's is. But like he said, I'm over 80%, so it's not doing like the ultra fast charging. But I think we're going to stop now, and we're going to go and we're going to use my adapter instead to see how that looks.
Okay, so what you just saw was a Tesla charger that has the Magic Dock. Now, not all Tesla chargers do, so if you're going out on a long road trip and you're going to need to use the Tesla charging network, make sure you do your search ahead of time. Make sure you know if you need the Magic Dock that you've got that. But there's another possibility. You can buy your own version of the Magic Dock that you carry with you on the road. On one side, it's got the Tesla female adapter, so you plug the cord into that. On the other one, in this case, it's got what's called a CCS1 DC fast charger plug. So this is what would plug into a car like Charles's. So if you come to a Tesla charger that doesn't have a Magic Dock, you can bring your own along with you, which is what we're going to show you next. So Charles, why don't you walk us through that?
Yeah, and a lot of companies will actually give you these free, like Hyundai mailed me for free. They just sent out a thing, said if you wanting one, we'll mail you one. So they're kind of taking care of their customers that bought it before they switched over to the standard. So
you still use the app to start the charging and everything, right?
Yep, and I've got my screen record just like last time. Let's go to charge your other EV. Same thing, I'm going to find it's getting really bright out here, but we're going to find...
And hot.
Yep, always, always. And I am going to use 1D. Same instructions. So here we go. I'm going to, instead of doing the push the button and pull up, I'm just going to pull this out. And I'm going to plug this into the back here in this one. Okay, then we're going to go here, take out the little thing, and we're going to plug this in. Okay, and like I said, my car will say charging started. Once it's detected, you'll feel it all click, and my door handles and all that will automatically lock because that's how I've got it set up to do it. Let's see what the app is saying. Initializing charging. Car just said charging started. So I believe we are good to go. We're now inside my car. This is with the adapter that I got from Hyundai. And it looks to be about the same speed. Because that was one of my questions. Is it going to charge at the same speed with the Magic Dock or the adapter? Will there be differences? Doesn't appear to be. So 86%, 97 kilowatts an hour, 23 minutes to 100%. And then same thing over here. Car's showing me the 80% on the battery. 250 miles right now if I left with the AC on the way I like it, or 30 more miles if I had the AC off. So you can tell using the AC a lot here because it's hot. So there we go. Cool.
Okay, so that's pretty much how you charge at a Tesla charger, whether you have a Tesla or a non-Tesla vehicle. It's a little bit hot here, so we're going to run through a summary pretty quick for you. There were three ways to show to charge. One of them was in my car, which is a Tesla, so that's pretty much a no-brainer. And then Charles shows us two methods, and those were?
The Magic Dock and then the adapter.
Yeah, and the adapter, as he said, came from his car's manufacturer, free of charge. So if you've bought a EV fairly recently that doesn't have the Tesla adapter yet, check with your manufacturer, see if they have a charger for you. It usually takes a few weeks before you receive it, but if you do a big road trip, that's going to be something you want to see. Also, there should be something that and we're going to cover this in just a little bit, but I want you to think about taking a portable charger on the road with you. And we'll cover that in just a little bit, as I said. But the importance of that is you will get to some places where there aren't any chargers, Tesla or anybody. And it might be an important thing for you to have your own portable charger with you where you can plug into a dryer outlet in somebody's garage, an RV park, a trailer park, a national park campground may have this, a KOA campground may have this. Anywhere where an RV or a mobile home may plug in and power that item, it can charge your car. So we'll cover that in just a little bit. So like I said, it's getting a little warm here. We're going to be done for this part. Next up is taking that portable charger on the road with you. So hopefully you got something out of that. I know we did. This was our first time to give this a shot with the Magic Dock and all, and there were some snags, but we learned from that and got that information for you. What do you want to talk about here at the end?
Well, just I know that my car has a fairly fast charger on it. So,
Yes.
but basically, it's both sides of the equation have to kind of talk to each other, right? That's how it works. Like,
Yeah.
it's what you're calling a charger, even though it's not a charger, the station, and then the car.
Yeah.
They both contribute to the overall speed, how fast your car will charge at.
Yes, and in fact, you're exactly right. The Kias and the Hyundais especially have an 800-volt system, so they charge a lot faster than some of the other EVs out there. Now, both of ours were charging fairly slow today, but both of our cars were already past the 80% full mark, which caused them to slow down. But here's the thing to think about as far as what you saw with a charger today. This is a charger. It's just a connection from your electric source to the electric device you want to charge. So if you can plug in a phone, you can plug in your car. It's really that simple. Now, one thing to think about though, is when you're buying an EV. So those of you that haven't bought an EV yet, remember this, that kilowatts we were talking about, how fast the energy was flowing into the car, different cars have different capabilities in that respect. Some are much faster at charging, like Charles's, and there are some vehicles out there, say the original Bolt EV, that charge pretty slowly by modern standards. The difference is both of them are great commuter cars, but if you're going to do regular long distance trips across the state, let's say, you might want to think about a car that charges a little faster. For each kilowatt hour, again, that's like a unit of energy, like a gallon of gasoline. For each kilowatt hour that you put into the car, that's approximately 3.6 miles of travel. So the Bolt EV went 50 kilowatt was the energy input speed. 50 times 3.6, we'll round it to 4 to make it easily, is about in an hour you can put 200 miles of range in. If you have a car that does 300 kilowatts, then in an hour you're putting in 900 miles of range. That's much better for a long distance trip. Just something to think about. So if you're thinking about getting your first EV and you know you're going to take long road trips, get one that charges fast. That'll be important to you. One other thing, here's another prop I'll bring out. Charles had showed that he had a converter that went from CCS, or actually it went from NACS. It went from the Tesla charger to CCS, which is what his car uses. My car would need exactly the opposite, and guess what? I've got it. So I've got the female CCS instead of the male plug you've got for CCS. So if I'm at a non-Tesla charger, I plug that charger into this, and then this part, the Tesla NACS port, which is male now instead of the female that he's got on his, would plug right into my car. So this lets me charge at non-Tesla chargers. Now, another thing to think about.
Well, and we should also say, like, the NACS has become the standard here. So, like, most new cars are having that on them, right? Like,
Yes.
in North America, at least.
In North America, most manufacturers have said they're going to the NACS or Tesla plug standard. Quite honestly, it's a more elegant design. It's a smaller design. It's much more convenient. It's like Beta and VHS. Who cares which standard they go with? It's just how you get electricity. Beta was better and they lost. So here we go. Now, the other thing is portable chargers to take on the road with you. Portable chargers and home chargers, by and large, are going to be level 2 or level 1 chargers, which are much, much slower than DC fast charging. But if you're camping out overnight and you've got an outlet nearby, or if you're staying at a hotel, a level 2 charger would fill that battery up overnight while you sleep, even if it was completely empty. So, in case I'm ever in an area where there's no chargers, no Tesla chargers, no standard EV chargers from other types, but no chargers at all, I want to make sure I can still get my car refueled. And so the way that I do that is I have a portable charger. Now this plugs into a wall outlet. This plugs into my car. This is what's called a J1772 port, which would plug right into Charles's car and charge at level 2, which is about 25 miles of driving for each hour that you're plugged in. In a 10-hour night, you could put in 250 miles of range. I have another adapter, just like we were talking about earlier. This one now will plug into my Tesla. So I can use the exact same charger that we could use for Charles's car, could be used for my car with that one little adapter. And yes, it was supplied by the manufacturer Tesla. So I got that for free.
Yeah, and the Tesla standard, the NACS, it's the same plug whether you're quick charging or regular charging. Whereas you saw on mine, you almost have like two different sockets to plug into when you're doing it.
Right, right.
Whereas my old Leaf had the Chatamo, which,
yes,
which that dominated everything
for a while.
No, just kidding.
No, it did in the early days.
I can't find that. And I mean, and they don't make adapters for them, I'm assuming now.
Now let's talk. This is the part we've been talking about, the part of the charger that plugs into the car, or in the case of this thing, into the phone. Let's talk about the other end that plugs into the power source. You also need to have variations there, because quite a lot of us are used to, thank you, Charles.
Yep.
And I'm going to hand this to you.
Okay.
Charles will be my spokesmodel.
Okay, thank you.
So we all know about the old 110 outlet. I'll come a little bit closer to make sure you can see it.
Trickle charging.
Trickle charging. Now this will put about 4 miles of range into your car for each hour you're plugged in. So all night long, you're going to get about 40 miles of range. This is great for a daily commute. If you can't get a 240 outlet in your garage and your daily commute's under 40 miles, you can still charge at home with something like this, plugged into an outlet that's probably everywhere throughout your house. Next up from that, though, for faster charging, to get to that 25 miles of range per hour that you're plugged in, you need a 240 outlet type plug. Think of your dryer, your electric clothes dryer. So it probably has this outlet, which is called a NEMA 1450. There's also a TT30 and a NEMA 1430. So this gives me even more variety of plugs that I can plug this into, so that I can then go to my car and plug this into that. It's all just creating a path from the electric outlet in the wall to the electric plug in the car. It's just like your phone. This is not nuclear science. It's really easy, but it's good to have lots of options. When I'm on a long road trip, all this stuff travels with me, so I'm never caught somewhere.
Yep, I agree.
So thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for future videos. We're going to keep coming out with stuff, because you know what? People are buying EVs in droves. Just yesterday in Texas, we registered our 400,000th electric vehicle in the state of Texas, and it's increasing at 45% a year. So about every 20 months, that number doubles. So 20 months from now, we're going to have 800,000 electric vehicles in Texas, and we want to be the place that you can go and get some good information about them.
Yeah, definitely.
Have a good one.
See you later.